So you know that feeling of stepping off a long flight into a new country? You brace for a wave of heat, a blast of dry air. But my first sensation in Egypt was cool, fresh air. It was 7 a.m. and I remember looking at the locals in their 2 or 3 layers and thinking, my assumptions about this place are already wrong. I came here with 2 friends and that safety in numbers was a comfort. But the real journey, the one that changed me, started when they left. 回国见. Suddenly, I wasn't just a tourist in a group. I was just a person. I started speaking more English. What is freedom to you? Having more conversations. The familiar was gone, and in its place was this intense, sometimes overwhelming sense of actually being in Egypt. The intensity often came from the people. The hustle is real. One merchant followed my friend, bargaining for scarves. My friend was playing along, filming it. The merchant saw me filming, grabbed my arm hard, and said,
Take my picture?
No, I'm taking everywhere. No.
Don't care, but
What are you talking about?
I was shocked, but in that moment, I understood his frustration. He must have been tired of being a spectacle. I started to wish they'd lead with conversation instead of
$1.
But I also understood this is how they feed their families. You have to have compassion. And then you find the genuine moments, like my conversation with Hima, who studied law. A conversation with no strings attached, just a real human connection. That's the balance of Egypt. For every moment of friction, there's a moment of profound warmth. Egypt is a country of extreme contrast. The chaos of Cairo traffic felt like a near-death experience every time. And yet, I didn't see a single accident. Their driving skills were on another level. And then there was the peace. A morning run on the private beach at the Sunny Days Resort in Hurghada, the soothing waves, the gorgeous water. It was the most serene moment of my entire trip. And the wealth gap, after days of seeing beat-up cars in downtown Cairo, spotting a Rolls Royce driving on a road with no lines was a jarring reminder of the economic reality. But not every challenge was so easy to process. My worst experience was at the airport, trying to get a Uber. Driver after driver demanded cash to charge a higher price.
Only cash.
Only cash? We finally got one, and his car broke down minutes later. We were stranded, frustrated, and it felt like the worst night. However, when we were at our most frustrated, some nice Egyptians showed up and helped us. We finally met a driver who was so warm and friendly, he completely flipped the script of that entire night. That night taught me everything. If I had just labeled it a terrible experience and given up, I would have missed the lesson. But if you remain positive and open, sometimes the nicest people show up exactly when you need them most. That wasn't the only time a seemingly bad situation was flipped by a local's kindness. Because I'm a runner, I saw a side of Egypt most tourists don't. Every morning, I'd run through the empty streets, the air thick with dust. But the real challenge wasn't the air quality, it was the street dogs. There were a few times I got completely trapped, cornered by a pack of barking dogs, frozen, not knowing what to do. And both times, almost as if they were waiting in the wings, a local would appear. They'd shout, shoo the dogs away, and give me a nod as if to say, "It's okay, you can go now." It was in these moments, the broken down car, the barking dogs, that I learned the real rhythm of Egypt. The challenge and the rescue are often part of the same beat, and some contrast you can't see, you can only hear. The 4 a.m. call to prayer. It was the sound I didn't expect, a loud, pervasive sound that woke me up every morning. To my ears, it was saddening, almost pessimistic, but it was also unforgettable. Through it all, what kept me going was a curious mind, the willingness to talk to people. That curiosity opened doors I never knew were there. It led to conversations, to friends, and to a deeper understanding of this incredibly complex place. So my advice, don't make assumptions. Don't go to the overly touristy Grand Egyptian Museum when the one in Cairo is a much better experience. But more importantly, pack an open heart. You never know how a bad situation might turn around. Egypt will challenge your patience and then reward it with moments of pure magic. It's a land of hustlers and healers, of chaos and incredible peace. So my Egypt wasn't just the pyramids. It was a lesson in resilience, in human connection, and in finding beauty in most unexpected places. And for that, I'm grateful.